Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. It's Wednesday, which means new comic books are hitting shelves all across the world. Both physical, digital, whatever. Whatever your preferred method of reading is, as long as you're reading comic books. Now, DC has got one Rebirth trade out this week. That is Deathstroke Volume 1, The Professional. Now, this is Deathstroke's debut in the Rebirth world. For those who don't know, DC Rebirth, it took a little bit of old, took a little bit of new, mixed it up into this new kind of version of this world. So far, been really, really fantastic, and there's been some amazing series to read. Now, Deathstroke has Christopher Priest taking the role of the writer and handling duties for this. Well, now no longer really an anti-hero, he's just straight up a villain. And I think that's one of the bigger changes for Deathstroke in the Rebirth world, is that Deathstroke goes back to just being a villain. Someone you're not supposed to like, which is kind of weird to read a series about someone you're not supposed to like. Now, joining Christopher Priest is a whole bunch of artists, including Carlo, Pagulayan, Larry Hama, and Joe Bennett. And this collects issues 1 through 5 plus Deathstroke Rebirth, a decent amount of comics. For $16.99, you save a couple bucks. So, what did I think of the series? It's been decent so far. It hasn't quite blown me away like I would expect it to. But it's been entertaining. Now, as I said, what's really interesting is the fact that Deathstroke is back to being a villain. He's a shitty father. He is really abusive towards his wife. It's just not a character you're supposed to like. And somehow I keep on reading the comic. It's a little weird like that. Now, this really first arc is about his family. It's getting back to those roots and really kind of allowing us to see the various layers of the character when it comes to that. He's an asshole, straight up. It's kind of interesting to read, and you can probably see it in my face and hear it in my voice. Not quite sure how to feel about that. Now, I got to interview Christopher Priest at San Diego Comic-Con like 2 years ago and asked him about that, and he just straight up said Deathstroke is a villain, and that was his take on the character, that he's focusing on being back on being a villain. This isn't a hero, this isn't an anti-hero thing, he's supposed to be bad. So it's interesting to watch a guy who we're really not supposed to like go through his life and us reading it. So that's been really fascinating overall, and he really is kind of this abusive, manipulative jackass. So, keep that in mind when reading it. This isn't supposed to be some hero that you're supposed to be cheering for. That being said, you find yourself kind of cheering for him a little bit and figuring things out. The art of the series is really solid. I mean, there's some good, entertaining art throughout. I really enjoyed it. That's one thing that's kind of stood out to me in the volume is the story has been entertaining and been really good, but the art, I think, makes it much more solid and overall fantastic. Now, I said this first volume is really about kind of him getting back to his roots and his family, specifically his daughter, who gets tied into it, and we also see a appearance from Batman and Robin towards the end, all having to do with someone trying to assassinate his daughter. Interesting story, decent read, didn't quite blow me away, but it's it's entertaining. Let's go with that. It's an entertaining read. There's nothing bad about it. So you can check out. We've got covers in between the various chapters. So we get a color version, and then there's like a black and white version behind it, which is pretty neat. And then in the back of it, there is a variant gallery. I'm not going to show you that because it's going to spoil what the last page is. So I said there's a variant gallery of various covers that were released in the issues, and that's it. There's no sketches, there's nothing like that. It's just the variant gallery, so you get a couple extra pages to be able to check out the books. So overall, it's not a bad read. It's one I'm not going to quite jump up and down about, but it's entertaining. There's a lot I like, there's some I dislike. It's been interesting to see where Christopher Priest has been taking this character. I think the art has been pretty top-notch throughout, however. So this comic is out in comic book stores today. It'll be out in bookstores the following week. So if you are interested in getting Deathstroke Volume 1, you should go and head out to your local comic shop, go support them, and go pick up a copy. If you don't have a local comic shop near you, there are links beneath this video. You can go find your shops, or just order this online at the links below. Now, the links below are affiliate links, so we do get a small little percentage of that. I also want to point out that DC Comics did hook us up with a copy of Deathstroke Volume 1, so keep that in mind whether my opinion is, and you can see my opinion's pretty mediocre on this one. So even with the free copy, I'm not quite chilling it and saying you need to go get it right away. But overall, it's not a bad first volume. Now, if you're watching this video, it means you either are into Deathstroke, DC Comics, or comic books, so you should check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We've got tons of news, reviews, interviews, and more all the time, 24 hours, 7 days a week at graphicpolicy.com. If you don't want to keep on checking out a website all the time, you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Twitter, right here on YouTube or Tumblr. Get news from there as well. All at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, thanks for watching and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.